I'm John D. Jarret. I'm a retired Chief Master Sergeant from the Air Force. I joined the Air Force in 1958 with my parents' approval and went to basic training in Air Police School at Lackland Air Force Base. I was there from about 6 months, and my first assignment was Han, Germany, where we guarded missiles out in the field, and it was just like being in the Army. And then I was sent to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio, where I worked law enforcement and worked mainly in the housing area. From there, I went to Korea, and I went into canine in Korea with a German Shepherd dog, and I got to spend 2 months in Japan going through canine school, come back, and from there I went to Savannah, Georgia, where I was an investigator for 2 years, and that was very interesting, and I also had charge of the town patrol in Savannah. I had an office in the police station on the weekends. Also, it was very unique being down south for a Yankee, and I really enjoyed it. And from there, I went to Vietnam. My first base was Ben Hoa, where I was in security forces, and then I was picked to go to Van Rang and take over a canine section. And I started off with 11 dog teams and ended up with 33 dog teams, and we guarded 17 miles of perimeter. From there, I went back to Germany and was stationed on a German base. There was about 70 of us Americans on the German base. And having been in Germany before, I could speak fairly good German and got along really good with that assignment. And while I was home, I got married, and she got to come to Germany, and we traveled all over Europe. From there, I come back to the United States to California, first to Atwater at Castle Air Force Base, and there I retrained from security forces and air police into disaster preparedness. And I went to a 10-week school in Lowry Air Force Base to learn that new trade. From there, we went to March Air Force Base in Riverside, California. And from there, I was selected to be on the SAC IG team, where we traveled to Asia, to Europe, and to every base that SAC owned in the United States. And that was a 2.5-year tour. And after that, I was picked to start the DPRC with a friend of mine that was an officer. And we had 5 people there, and we did the chemical and defense programs, which I did a lot of the testing of equipment and wrote a lot of the procedures. And then I retired in 1983 from there. And before I retired, I was recruited to go to Los Alamos National Laboratory. And I worked there for 10 years, retiring from there in 93. And during that time, I had come up to Colorado and bought a place on the Pine at Pine River Ranches. And lived there for several years and met my wife at church, and we both sold our places and bought a small ranch down by north of Oxford, Colorado. And life's been very good to me, so I tried to be a volunteer, and I was a big brother to a boy for 5 years. I tutored at the Bayfield High School. I went through 11 years of night school in the service to get a degree. And I was on the National Board of Operations Second Chance. I've been an elder in our church, and I'm the chaplain for the VFW and the American Legion. And I love Southwest Colorado.